Good morning and welcome to Mark Carter Hypnotherapy. I'm Mark Carter, and this morning we are with Sonia, a previous client of mine. Morning, Sonia.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm living the dream, as I tell everybody. I bore people with that. I'm living the dream. Thank you so much for doing this. I always say at the beginning of these recordings, these testimonials, it is so important that I get these testimonials in because it just shows the world out there the transitions that people make in their lives through hypnotherapy, hypnosis, Reiki, or whatever therapy I happen to do. Okay. So thank you again. Sonia came to me this year, a couple of months ago, with various issues relating to anxiety, and we met up. And this is her story. Sonia, why don't you take it away from here?
Thanks, Mark. I was suffering from anxiety and just real bad self-confidence that I couldn't seem to pinpoint where it was coming from. I tried CBT therapy, or CBT. I'm not very good with the acronyms.
That's all right. Yeah, that's
To try and help, and it helped a bit, but I was finding it wasn't really working. I tried doing affirmations. I tried just various things I'd read up on online, and it made things better, but I found that it wasn't quite it wasn't quite doing the trick. I was still having the issues. So then through someone else, they mentioned hypnotherapy, and I thought, why not give it a go? So I've typed in hypnotherapy in Essex. You were the first person to come up. I clicked on your link, and you have a very calming and knowing demeanour, which I really liked. And I obviously arranged the intro call with yourself. I did look up a few others as well, but just none of them compared to you, which was why I was like, no, I'm definitely going with this person. For me, there was just something there that said, no, this is the right person. And you confirmed that when I spoke to you. You have a very calming demeanour. I look for morals in people, and I look for people that are good people. And when you were telling me a bit about yourself and your home life, it really matched what I value in a person. And you spoke me through it and how it works, and I decided that I would give this a go. You then went on holiday. I was eager to get started, but I had to wait, which was fine because in the meantime, I still done some work on myself. And then we started the hypnotherapy, and I guess with hypnotherapy, you're never quite sure if it's worked or not. It's not like someone like clicks and it's done. And it wasn't until I was like, oh, is it working? And then just things I realized, for example, I will confront someone. I was very bad at confrontation, and I had to confront someone the other week, and I was more than happy to do it. I was actually looking forward to doing it, which is something I don't do. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't a bad confrontation or anything, but I had to just pull someone on something. In work, I'm very good at my job, but my feedback from my director was that I should, rather than going to him about something, my ideas are sound and go with it. And I found that I was now doing that. I was just going with it. I do pole fitness. There was a move at pole that a couple of years ago I'd done. I'd fallen out of it. Had I have landed on the floor, I probably would have broken my neck, but luckily someone caught me. And since then, whenever we go to do this moving class, I'm like, nope, won't try it, won't go near it. We'll do a variation, but we'll never do the move. And then whilst we're doing the hypnotherapy sessions in my pole class, it comes doing this move, and I was like, yeah, I'm doing it. I've done it. I got it. I was absolutely fine, and I had it. And I noticed that for me personally, the anxiety side of things has calmed massively. It might spring up, and then actually I go, but I've got this. I know me. I know my self-worth. I know how great I am as a person. It's fine. And it alleviates it. And there's various different situations. I jumped out of a plane last weekend. If you
yeah.
see my photos, I am smiling the whole way. I wasn't nervous about it. Even when it got to the point where I was sitting there looking down, still like, let's do this. And there's so many different things in life where if I look back now to how I previously dealt with them situations, before it will come out of a place of pure panic and anxiety, Now it doesn't. Now I'm like, okay, I'll take it in my stride. Let's do this.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think that's all down to the work that I've done with yourself. So I'm forever thankful. Really am. Thank you.
You're more than welcome, but remember, this is all you're doing as well. You've done, I would say you've done 90% of that work yourself through inner work. The point proven is really that you said you did self work. I get people who will have to wait a while, but they do nothing for themselves. So you started the ball rolling. So hats off to you. And the emotional side of things as well is really important because you mentioned a four-legged friend.
Oh, Stitch, yes. So my dog, I have a husky cross Malay, Stitch. He injured himself. Don't know how he injured himself. He just came back screaming after a park walk. And normally for me, I do overbaby my dog, and I admit to that. And for me, that's pure, oh my God, what if I lose him? Like I imagine every scenario under the sun.
Mhm.
And this time I was like, no, we'll go see the vet. Got straight in with the vets, saw them. They were like, we think it's this. It was, I was like, we need to get him scanned. I want to get him scanned. I want to make sure it's nothing sinister. Or if it is, I know about it, so I know how to deal with it. Whereas previously I would have run away from knowing that. And this time I feel like I've handled it in a much calmer way. He's all right. Still going to get him scanned just to make sure it isn't anything sinister.
Yeah.
But yeah, before I would have handled the situation in a totally different way. Whereas this time I was a lot calmer about it, a lot. So yeah, I've there's so many different places in life that now when I look back, I think, like of course I would have an argument with someone,
Mhm.
and I couldn't just take a step back and give them space. I'd be anxious about it, like trying to talk to them, trying to get them to like, agree to my point of view or whatever. As now I had an argument with someone a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, okay, do you? I'll speak to you in a few days' time. No qualms about it. I was just quietly confident
Yeah.
and absolutely fine.
Yeah, and it is the best way, isn't it? The more irate they become, the more you calm down until they just burn themselves out, and it just makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
I was just thinking, let's have a look. So your whole attitude to life it has changed. You have
Hmm.
this self-belief now in yourself, and the
Yep.
world is now your oyster, really. Just crack on with that, keep going forward, and enjoying life. And I'm always here.
Yeah.
Is there
I'm
anything
going for
else?
I'm going for a promotion actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, got to do an hour and a half presentation, which normally I would back away from. Now I'm like, sweet, I've got this. This job is mine.
I
So
love that
yeah,
term. I love that term. I've got this. That's really the way we should all be. Yeah, I've got this. No worries. And because remember, people, life will continue throwing spanners at you, as I like to say. But the difference is now
always.
it's a case of, okay, bring it on. I've got this. Let's suck it and see. You might,
Yeah,
you might drop, but you will get up, and that's
I
the
don't drop.
important
I
thing.
just get up.
You just get up.
I just get it done. I don't allow that. No. I'm. I will do well, very well in life. I'm very confident in that now. I'm very
Outstanding.
confident that life will be how I want it to be. Like you said, there's always hiccups. Problems get thrown up in life, but rather than dwelling in problems, I'm like, okay, what's the solution here? Let's go forward and do it.
Outstanding. Outstanding. So, Sonia, I can't think that there's anything more, unless you have anything else that you want to say. It has been an absolute pleasure working with you, and of course, getting covered in hair for
Sorry
the
about
dog.
that
Wow, it's
one.
just the hair everywhere, all over. Come on.
Sorry.
That's fine. Love him to death. So yes, like I say, it has been an absolute pleasure working with you. And I wish you the very best in everything that you do
Thank you.
because the only way for you is up, not just a pole, but in life.
And I thoroughly recommend yourself to anyone. You have a very calming demeanor about yourself. You know how to handle people. I know in a world where you can go on Instagram and find any person really, you are very professional how you conduct yourself, even down to, you recorded the sessions, which, again, made me feel very comfortable because I know there was a recording there.
Yeah,
Um, Everything about the way you conduct yourself, the way you work, and actually the way you live life, um, really, yeah, it's a testament to what you do. So thank you. And I hope a lot more people come to you because I think with hypnotherapy, you have to go into it believing that it's going to work. And that's the mindset that I went in with, and it did. And as you always turned around and said to me, you don't ever try to do some things. If you try, you will not succeed. You do it. And you taught me that, and it's really got me far in life. And the actual hypnotherapy sessions, I missed them in a way because they were really good sessions. There was some really like eye-opening mind things that we done. And yeah, it's a brilliant service. And I think anyone out there who's watching this thinking, should I, shouldn't I, do it. Do it for yourself because you will thank yourself in the long run.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. And, we can always meet again for a one-off session or, just for a top up, as it were, whenever you feel ready. So yeah, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Sonia's testimonial, and a great testimonial it was too. As you can see, you can change your life. It's really down to you. You were not born with anxiety. So it means that if it's not a natural and a permanent part of your life, then you can open the door and tell it where to go. Okay.
Always.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you can always find me, as always, on YouTube, Google, Instagram, Facebook. My website is www.markcarterhypnotherapy.com, where you'll find loads of testimonials like this. It just remains for me to say, ladies and gents, this is Mark Carter of Mark Carter Hypnotherapy, wishing you the very best mental, emotional, and physical health. Good night.